you done now? Are you done now?
Did you fill in my beard?
Yeah.
For sure?
With my eyebrow filler?
Yep.
Yep.
It's good to go?
Yep.
Nice and lined up?
Yep.
Alright. Are you ready now?
Are you ready?
Oh shit, let's talk.
Anyway.
Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be focusing on the engine. As you can see, we got it nice and kind of clean. But we're going to check the air filter. We're going to change the oil. As you can see, come over here. Boom, we got our supplies. That's a Mobile 1. Oil filter, and spark plugs. So we're going to go ahead and change all those. And we got the battery charging over there. And we might attempt to start it. Who knows? If everything looks good, we're gonna check. We're also gonna check.
What were you saying? Before you were rudely interrupted.
Yes, before you really interrupted me. We're also gonna check, make sure we have coolant, good coolant. I don't know. This car's been sitting for like about 20 years, so we might have to change that too. We're gonna check. Are you ready? Are you still done being on your phone?
Okay.
So rude.
Anyways. That's rude.
Anyways, like I was saying before I was really interrupted for the third time already. We're also gonna check. I don't even know what else we're gonna check. I forgot already. Anyways, we're gonna check the coolant. We're gonna check. I don't even think we need to check the brake fluid because we're not gonna use brakes. This car is gonna go fast and not stop at all. It's gonna have a parachute. That's the only thing that's gonna stop us. So, we also gotta check our power steering. That looks to be pretty old. So eventually we'll change that. Like I said again, we don't need to change that right now because we're just trying to start it. So intake, coolant, oil, plugs. That's the plan. You ready? Let's go. Alright, so the first thing we're going to check is the air filter, and obviously we already had this removed, so we just pop some screws up here. This comes off, and then this piece pops off. What are we looking at here, ma'am?
The filter.
What kind of filter?
The air filter, you said.
Nice memes. But yep, these are the air filters they came with, and these honestly don't look that bad. They're like OEM, made in Japan air filters, so looks like they kept good care of it. So I don't think we'll be need to switch those anytime soon. Maybe soon, just not really soon. So I'm gonna pop that thing back on, and that takes care of one issue. So we move on to the next one. All right, next up we got to check the coolant. Let's see if it's any good. Bloop. That honestly looks pretty good. Nice and green still. So we're gonna leave that in there. We're gonna risk it to get the biscuit today. Pop that sucker back on. All right, next up we're gonna go ahead and change the oil and the oil filter. So you ready for that? So pop this open, first step, that way we can get nice circulation down at the bottom. It's a little dry. All right, now that that's off, we're gonna go ahead, head under the car, pop the oil filter out, put the new one in, put some new oil, and on to the next step. All right, where's our oil filter at?
Here.
So we have our oil filter on our passenger side, kind of by where the wheel's at. Easy access, and then our oil drain plug is right there. So both of them are pretty easy to access. Gonna start with the why are you pointing over there?
Which one?
This one. We gotta drain the oil first and then the oil filter.
Well, you didn't say. You said we're gonna start with the...
Yeah, I pointed and I thought you were gonna finish it. Anyways, we're gonna start by removing this and let the oil drip. All right, are you ready?
Are you ready?
Yep, go for it. So just a heads up, the oil drain plug is a 14 millimeter and full send. And obviously, as you guys can see, we didn't have a proper oil catch thing, so we're gonna use a bucket. Hopefully there's enough room in there to hold all the oil. Alright, as you guys can see, the oil was pretty dark, so good thing we changed that. Obviously, it's a good idea to change all the fluids on a car that's been sitting for a long time. So got that out of the way. Now we're gonna leave it draining. While it's draining, we're gonna go ahead and focus on the spark plugs. All right, what's the next step?
You said we have to take all 6 of these spark plugs off.
Yes, there's 3 on this side and then there's 3 on this side. So you gotta take off the coil packs. So these are 12 millimeters. Gotta take all these off, pull them out, take out the spark plug, put the new ones in, put it all back together, and we should be good. So, like I said, 12 millimeter. Ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Ever since I left the city, you started wearing less and growing out more. Glasses of champagne out on the dance floor, hanging with some girls I'd never seen before.
Alright, so what we ended up doing was kind of removing this air passage rail thing that's going on here. Well, not fully remove it, but like kind of took it off, that we can have access to these back ones. That one and this one, because it was kind of in the way. So we just remove the screws that are holding it. Screws over here, and then just remove the vacuum lines that are connected to it. And this one was kind of like really dried up, so I don't want to pull it hard. It might rip or anything, so just gonna leave it on there. That way we have full access to these other ones and kind of make it easier. Alright, we removed all the old spark plugs already, and they were pretty burnt, pretty worn. So now we're going to go ahead and install the new ones, as she's doing right now. Like a pro, like a boss.
Do I just drop it in there?
Just guide it with the thing.
I did, and the magnet bring it back up.
Just like. So we're going to go ahead and take care of that, and then we'll go ahead and put our oil filter, fill it up with more oil, with new oil, not more oil, new oil, and that'll be that. Unfortunately, I did break this coil ignition pack, so we're gonna need a new one. So we won't get to start it today, but hopefully we will get the time to do it tomorrow. But let's go ahead and finish this. Alright, while she takes care of that, I'm going to go ahead and install our new oil filter down at the bottom. Alright, here we are under the car, just giving it a nice clean down here. Nothing too major. So we're going to go ahead and close this up. There we go. Now, grab our oil filter, and as you guys can see, it's already pre-oiled. That's why it's got the little top on there. So, go ahead and take that off. And then, just put it in the hole. There we go, and this doesn't need to be super tight, just gotta be hand tight on there. So give it a good turn. Should be good, and then go ahead and tighten this one back up. And that'll do it down here. And we are back today again. So as you guys saw, I had broke this. So yep, that's Ripperino. This ignition coil pack thing, rip, it's broken. So obviously it's a different day. It's a lot colder today. Sorry if there's wind. There's quite a bit of wind today for some reason. But boom, shout out to Amazon, always coming in clutch with the parts. Fortunately, they had one of these in stock. If I can get it open. In stock for about $37. So I have one ignition pack. Boom. Hopefully we don't break this one when we try to put it in. But I think we have to transfer, yeah, we have to transfer this little plate being held on by these bolts. So transfer this plate to the new one, then we'll be able to install it. That's the last one we need to install. Tighten everything up. We still need to pour our oil in, so we'll do that after I install this one. And then that should be pretty it for, it's like tune-up, first tune-up kind of thing. So let's go ahead and get started. Got that mounted, got the little bracket mounted up. Now it's time to go ahead and install the last one down here. So I'm gonna go ahead and sit you guys down.
Late night when you need my love, call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love.
Right, now that we have all that installed, I'm gonna go ahead and put our oil in. Alright, so it says to put 4 5/8 quarts in there, so I'm gonna eyeball it. That's that. Oil is done. Close that up. I'm gonna go ahead and check underneath, make sure make sure nothing's leaking. That was from last time, so no worries there. And so far everything looks pretty good. So that is now done. That's gonna do it for this video. Next video, we gotta change the fuel filter. We gotta change the fuel. We'll drain it, whatever's left in there. We'll toss it. We'll put new fuel in, and then hopefully we can try and start it. But that's gonna do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up on the Project Z, our little project. So see you guys next time. Peace out and